Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a tarot monthly horoscope for zodiac signs, and this is for March 2017 for you coming from Virgo. So I'm going to shuffle my Kabbalistic tarot cards, and I'm going to divide the month of March into two. And the first card that I pull will be for the first 15 days of March to talk about all areas of life for you coming from Virgo. Now, when I look at this card, it's upside down, and therefore that shows that you have more control, and fate has less control. So that's good in a way where you can plan and your plans can come true. Now, let's start for the first 15 days. The first 15 days are going to be very difficult for you, but the card said you have some control, so you can take control by being careful. But the cards say there's plenty of difficulties in areas of career. You can be let down very badly for what you have been promised. There can be also difficulties working surrounding situations in your career. Your colleagues may not be supportive of you, your superiors may not be supportive of you. And you will find that progress in your career is going to produce plenty of difficulties. So you have to tell yourself that you cannot afford to take risks of any kind in the first 15 days where your career is concerned. The internet is a bit shaky today, so that's why. So you cannot afford in the first 15 days to take any risk in your career area. Now, it says that the responsibilities given to you are very serious in your career, but you can let down. You can be a letdown. So it could be that you are careless or mistakes can be found in your career. They can be quite severe, so be careful. Now I'm going to use this card to talk to you about business. Your business areas, the news is more or less the same. The news is not very good, and contracts and business contacts are not responding to you very well in the first 15 days. And because of that, of course, there is a lack of business, and so there is unhappiness as well in business. Financial areas are a turmoil. Either money is running out or the money you expect to come in is being delayed. So you have to be very patient in your business area for the first 15 days. Nothing is working very well for you. Now let me move to your area of romance. Your area of romance doesn't look very bright for the first 15 days. Not looking very bright because there could be arguments, there could be differences of opinion. What you are trying to do is very often misunderstood, or there is a misinformation involved. So be very careful how you deal with your romance partner. You cannot afford to take risks of any kind. Regarding your marriage, there's also differences of opinion. It's a lonely kind of a card. So you may find that to be able to discuss things are not very possible with your marriage partner, and therefore the sense of loneliness and having to cope with your problems by yourself. So the first 15 days show that romance areas are very touchy, and the romance areas can also be seen as not supportive. And one more thing I have to worry about the first 15 days for you is that either something you did which was not good can be exposed, or something wrong that your partner did may come to your attention. Alright? Now I'm going to pick another card which has to do with your last 15 days of March for you coming from Virgo. Now this card is also upside down, so it says that you have control over the last 15 days as well. So let's see now. First, let me start with your career. With your career, this card shows a very rainy period, gloomy period. So for the last 15 days, some of your planets shown on this card, because Kabbalistic cards give zodiac signs and some signs of planets as well. So these cards show now that the last 15 days, money situations in your career are not doing very well. So hoping for a pay rise, hoping to get support financially from your superiors doesn't seem to be seen. And it's a bumpy kind of a ride with attracting opposition as well. And it also shows that you can be let down or played out. But there is a bright side to this card. It says your determination level is very strong in your career areas in the last 15 days to somehow get to the finishing point. So if you're looking for a job, the last 15 days you may get some good news. If you're staying with this job, you may find that the last 15 days make some offers for you. So all is not lost. But overall, around 75%, I can see that the approach of the planets is not giving you totally what you want in the last 15 days where career is concerned. Where business is concerned, you tell yourself that you cannot expect a windfall of any kind. You'll have to work very hard as to getting a contract or to convincing your business contacts to give you the business. So the last 15 days show that it can be a bit of a struggle, and your popularity is not very strong. In fact, the last 15 days can bring some problems regarding your reputation as well. So don't take risks or don't make mistakes where business is concerned. And the last thing I might want to warn you is that do not take for granted the promises made to you in your last 15 days where business is concerned. The news coming is not very stable. So take the promises as a guide only and get everything in writing where contracts are involved. Now I'm going to talk to you about your romance. So the last 15 days, now let's see what the card says. The last 15 days shows that in the romance areas, there is a danger of finding differences arising, and that will lead to a miscommunication or arguments or quarrels. So in the area of romance, you cannot afford to be provocative, or the last 15 days is going to trouble you. Okay? The last 15 days also shows that differences of opinion are not going to be well received by your partner or by you. So the less discussion about issues, the better. Otherwise, the last 15 days in romance can be very shaky. In your marriage area, it shows mainly differences coming to a confrontative level. So a lot of confrontation in your marriage areas in the last 15 days. You cannot afford to take risks of showing your temper or trying to be arrogant or wanting to take control, letting your ego become egocentric. You cannot afford all that. So you coming from Virgo, for the last 15 days, you are definitely not doing very well, short term or long term. So don't be provocative. Okay? Now looking at both of these cards, I'm going to give you a certain set of ages. And firstly, I'm going to give you the good set of ages, which will help you coming from Virgo in the month of March. Now, if you happen to be the ages of 22 or 31, or 40 or 49, or 58 or 67, or 76, then, although the cards don't promise you much help, yet if you're of these ages, you're going to be lucky. So push your luck, and you may have to swim against the tide, but if you're of these ages which I've just mentioned, you're going to be able to satisfy yourself in all areas of your life. I'm going to give you another set of ages which can be attracting real problems for you. And so if you are the ages of 25 or 34, or 43 or 52, or 61 or 70 or 79. So you coming from Virgo, if you're of these ages I've just mentioned in the month of March 2017, better lie very low. Do not expose yourself to risk. Otherwise, even a danger of getting bad news in career, of losing a job sometimes, or in business, frustration, money not coming in, contracts having difficulties. In romance, many differences arising. In marriage, some real problems coming to a head. Be careful. If you are of these ages which I've just mentioned, and I'm going to repeat these ages quickly to you. The bad ages which are 25, 34, 43, 52, 61, 70 or 79. Now looking at this card for the whole month of March, I'm going to recommend some good colors for you to wear, a good color for you to wear, so that you can attract good energy. Every planet in the universe is given different colors to control and to rule. So for the month of March, I'm going to recommend the color purple for you. Try and use as much purple. You don't have to wear dark purple all the time. Lilac, which is the lightest of purple, is also good enough. So either wear undergarments, top garments, or try to contact with some purple in some way or another. Even if you hold a purple paper, well, that's holding a purple color. And that will help you to progress at least for the month of March. Okay. Now the direction which I want you to face, every planet is given a different direction around the compass to live in. So I like you to face the direction north. And when you face north in March, you're facing a small group of planets who will get excited to help you in a positive manner. So making your wishes, meditating, try and face north as much as possible. Okay. Now I'm already Skyping, and I charge 50 USD, 50 USD for a 75-minute session, which will be based on your full date of birth and your time of birth, and most importantly to look at your palms. And thereby I can do for you a 5-year to 6-year very important prediction for you. Okay, so there we go. So do go to Facebook and look me up on Facebook and follow me and communicate with me, ask me questions, and we can talk about Skyping and formulate a date, and I will show you how to make the payment of the USD 50. In the meantime, thank you and goodbye.